watching a WLKY special presentation, The Great Eclipse.
Good afternoon, I'm Vicki Dortch.
And I'm Rick Van Hoos. Welcome to our special coverage of the Great Solar Eclipse.
We are excited. Over the next hour, we'll take you to many of the local communities in the path of totality.
We have crews in French Lick, Scottsburg, Paoli, Santa Claus, Indiana, and in Metro Louisville. The big question, however, is will the clouds continue to cooperate?
For that answer, we start with Chief Meteorologist Jay Cardosi live in Scottsburg at Mid-America Science Park. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Vicki. Hi, Rick. Yeah, it is terrific out here right now. Lots of bright sunshine. We did it, right? And the weather is going to cooperate going forward. And yes, Vicki, as you mentioned, we are live about 30 miles north of Louisville here in Scottsburg, Indiana, the Mid-America Science Park. And you know what? We have a great crowd on hand right now. We have hundreds of people out here enjoying the beautiful weather. The eclipse has started. And you know what? Totality, a little after 3 o'clock. It'll last about a minute here in the Scottsburg area. More on that in just a little bit. First off, let's talk about the weather because so far it's been beautiful on this Monday afternoon. Here's the forecast as we head towards mid-afternoon around 3 o'clock or so. Partly cloudy skies across the better part of the viewing area right now. That's exactly what we have here in Scottsburg. High temperatures will climb into the mid and upper 70s, anywhere from 75 to 80. Now remember, as far as the viewing goes, where totality is happening, basically north of an English Salem to Scottsburg line, that's where we're going to have 100% coverage. South of that line, extreme southern Indiana through the metro, all of the Commonwealth, this is a partial eclipse. So folks, you will need the eye protection throughout the duration of the event. If you have totality like we do here in Scottsburg and points north and west, you can take off the eye protection during totality only. So again, let's walk you through a few viewing tips for you. Always wear that eye protection outside of totality. And again, only in those areas where it's going to be 100% coverage will you have the opportunity to take those glasses off for that short time. As I mentioned, totality here in Scottsburg, 3:06 thereabouts. It's expected to last about 1 minute. But I'll tell you what, the folks out here are having a great time enjoying this beautiful weather. The eclipse has started. And you know what? Even though it's going to last about 1 minute here, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. The next time we have a total solar eclipse across the WLKY viewing area, including the metro, 129 years away. I'm pretty sure I won't be around to see that one. Again, about 1 minute of totality here. The farther north, the farther west you go, it's going to be even a longer show. Let me take you out to French Lick, Indiana. That's where meteorologists Matt Milosevic and Jennifer Bayless are standing by. Guys?
Yeah, it's really a great spot here in French Lick, Indiana from the resort here. Yeah. The crowd is really picking up from what it was this morning. Folks have picked out their perfect spot. Matt, I even saw some folks enjoying some ice cream on the front porch, which is shaded there. So in my opinion, that is the best spot.
I would agree with that. Temperature's warm enough, right, to enjoy that, or at the very least, bringing in maybe some, I was just looking for cold water a little earlier, and it was great to have that because we started out chilly, a little damp, and boy, what a difference the morning made with the sun coming up and shining brightly. Can see a few distant clouds on the southern horizon, but to the north where the show is going to all take place here in just a few short minutes, it looks like beautiful sunshine, as Jay was mentioning.
Hey, don't forget on your screen throughout the next hour, we're going to have a look at the eclipse right there from live right here from French Lick. Matt, we have folks from 30 different states staying here at the French Lick Resort and Casino. Here's a look at the eclipse totality times for you. Different cities. Bedford is around 3:04, going to last a couple of minutes. You can see Brownstown there, French Lick, Jasper, North Vernon, Paoli, Salem, Scottsburg, Seymour. Matt, I even had a little four-legged friend from Michigan, Molly from Michigan. You can go to my Facebook page right now, and you'll see a little picture there. Folks from California, from Canada, all over, drove here to French Lick, Indiana to enjoy what I'm calling an experience, an eclipse experience, because it's not just just a viewing party. There are folks having a really good time.
We are going to have to travel very far to get to the next one at 2033 in Alaska.
Right.
And not anywhere like northwestern Alaska, far away. And then 2045 through the central United States. As Jay mentioned, it's over a century away from another eclipse that comes through our region. So, yeah, quite honestly, a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Even the kids are enjoying themselves. They have a little cornhole going on here. There's some bouncies, some face painting, a little bit of everything. The folks in French Lick did a really good job of providing something, offering something for everybody to have a good time, not just to experience this once-in-a-lifetime eclipse, but to also have a good time with your family. I met a family from Mount Washington in the elevator, and they're like, hey, we had to come up here and enjoy this as a family on spring break. So it was a really good time.
Yeah, for some kids, the last day of spring break, too, you know, so it's one heck of a way to wrap it up. But you know who's also been with us here in French Lick is our very own Madison Elliott, and she's been giving us a look around the French Lick area.
Hey guys, yeah, so right now we're at the Pete Dye Golf Course. About 500 people are here to view the eclipse. You can see everybody sitting up on the hill over here, getting their seats ready. Yeah, you can see them waving. Hey guys, people are excited to be here today, and we have a family here. We have some people from Louisville, some from Nashville who drove down here, and for Hagen and Kale, this is probably their first eclipse. You're 10 years old, you were saying. Hagen, how excited are you for that?
Really excited.
Really excited? What about you, Kale?
Really excited.
Yeah, what are you guys excited to see?
The sun cover up the moon and it be dark during the day.
Yeah, and I like that you guys have some face painting. I think we need to show off their face paint. Why don't you guys show the camera? Look at that. Oh, wow, he's getting real close for you guys. He's excited about that. That's just some of the activities that they have going on for people here today. So it is a lot of fun as we're getting ready. And I already feel it kind of cooling down a little bit. Maybe there's just a nice breeze because it's been pretty hot out there. Also, on the day of the eclipse is this guy's birthday over here, Derek. We told we were giving him a little shout out. So happy birthday to you, Derek. And he, they said he looks great for 60, but he's not 60, guys. So, oh man, but we're having fun out here today. And again, a lot of people are just now waiting for the eclipse to happen. So we'll send it back to you guys. Matt and Jennifer, send it back. Reporting live, Madison Elliott, WLKY News.
I would argue that she might have the best spot, actually, there on that golf course. It is beautiful here in French Lick.
I think on a normal day, you can get a 40-mile view. So, I mean, yeah, this is a good day to have that. Yeah.
Hey, we want to check in now with Mark Vanderhoff, who's standing by at Holiday World. Hey, Mark.
Hey, guys, it's a party in the parking lot. I'm not actually in the amusement park, but we're out in the parking lot. We had kids out riding their bikes around, drawing on the pavement, tossing football and frisbees, just having a great time. Lately, everybody's kind of settled down. They've been getting out their glasses and checking out the eclipse. Take a look at the rows of cars here. This goes on for several rows. I'm not great at guessing how many people are usually in attendance, but I would guess there's at least a couple thousand here up on Holiday World, if not several thousand. But it's a great scene here. We've been meeting people from all over. I'd like to introduce you to two new friends. This is Bob and Linda Johnson from Louisville. Guys, how did you guys, of all the places where you could have gone, how did you pick Holiday World, and what do you think so far?
Been great, and we actually heard it on WLKY.
Yeah,
it's where we heard it at
right
on
there.
news.
Said if coming here, we get free glasses and free entry. So
perfect. And what do you think so far of the eclipse? You've been looking through the glasses?
Yes,
it's pretty cool. I think. Yeah, I wish it finally get covered up so we could see the whole thing.
We're probably not far off from that, huh? Well, when I first got this assignment, I thought there would be some roller coasters involved, but that's okay. We're having a great time out here in the parking lot. They got food trucks, they got music and everything. People are just having a great time. I'll send it back to you guys back in the studio. Rick, Vicki?
That is wonderful. That family heard it here on
That's
WLKY.
Right. Looks like a lot of fun. We want to remind you that your camera lens, your binoculars, your telescopes will not protect your eyes.
Yeah.
You need your special solar lens for that, or your special glasses. Rick's
Special
got
glasses.
his right here.
We're ready.
That's
We're
right.
ready.
So when the totality comes, you can take those off. But if you're looking at the sun now, you'll need them.
Hey, our coverage of the great eclipse continues after the break. The partial eclipse phase is underway. We're about halfway through in southern Indiana communities right now. WLKY News Chopper is giving us this view right now from the Paoli, Indiana area. Totality starts at about 3:05 and will last just under 3 minutes. We'll talk to Chopper pilot Bill DeReamer about his experience so far in a bit.
And this is a live look from Scottsburg, Indiana, where an eclipse watching event is happening along Main Street. We'll have that shot in a minute. We'll hear from Alexis Matthews as our special coverage continues right after this break. Welcome back to our live special coverage of the great eclipse of 2024. Partial totality is underway in French Lick. Totality will begin there around 3:05. Now, this is a live look from the French Lick Resort. We'll check back in with Jennifer Bayless and Matt Milosevic very soon.
And WLKY News Chopper is flying over Paoli, giving us this view. Totality there is at 3:05. We'll check in with Bill DeReamer in just a few minutes. And we also have crews all across southern Indiana in the path of eclipse totality.
Let's go now to WLKY's Alexis Matthews. She's live in Scottsburg, where the public library is hosting an eclipse viewing event along Main Street. Hi, Alexis.
Hey, Vicki and Rick. I mean, talk about a perfect day to experience the total eclipse here in Scottsburg. Now, some people may be opting for the Mid-America Science Park, but others are right here in downtown Scottsburg for that same experience. It might be a little bit smaller, but I can tell you the excitement is just about the same on a larger scale. We have people out here. It's really a family affair. You see, they have their lawn chairs and they have their blankets. They have their animals with them, really just ready to experience this. And I think what I love is we have people traveling a distance because Scottsburg is in that path of totality. And so when the eclipse does peak here, they will get to experience that moment of temporary darkness. I believe Jay said for about 59 seconds. We have people traveling obviously from Louisville and from Lexington and Moorhead, but I've heard people say they're coming from North Carolina and from Maryland, as well as, I mean, San Diego. And they have their glasses equipped. This is the guy who was traveling actually from San Diego, made a pit stop here in Scottsburg. And the public, we're in the lawn of the courthouse, but the public library right across the way. I don't know if my photographer can whip around. They're having some arts and crafts out there so people can really have a token to remember. affair out here. And also, we're in the heart of downtown, so we have this mom and pop shops, and so they're able to experience that, those who are not from Scottsburg, but obviously those residents are just happy to be able to gather here and enjoy this total eclipse for this year. And I'm going to toss it to my colleague Jamie, who is in Louisville. I know they're having a fun time there as well to prepare for this experience.
That's right. We're here at Waterfront Park. We're here under the disc at the Big Four Bridge, and you can see right behind me here there are dozens of families out here with their lawn chairs, their blankets, food. There have been some people out here playing games throughout the day, really just enjoying this beautiful weather and gorgeous view up above that we have. And right around the corner here, here's a little bit more of the party that's happening. There are some food trucks here, vendors, concessions, and up above, you see some people up on the bridge here trying to get a better glimpse of what's happening up in the sky right now. So this event definitely took quite a bit of planning to put on. I'm here right now with Emily Clayton. She's the event and membership manager here at Waterfront Park. Now, Emily, for families who aren't here right now, tell me, what can they expect when they finally arrive?
Yeah, so we have a packed park today, and you want to expect that there's going to be parking all the way down. We have thousands of people here. We have food trucks that you can enjoy. We have music. We have Connect here giving out solar glasses, and just bring your blankets, bring your chairs, and enjoy the solar eclipse with us.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Emily, I know I spoke with you all yesterday, and you mentioned that you weren't really sure what type of crowd to expect. What do you think about the number of people who've shown up here today?
Yes. So with schools being out, we were expecting that it was going to be packed here, but honestly, the numbers have completely surprised me. We're so glad that we had all this participation come in so that we have plenty of things to offer families that are coming down here to enjoy checking out the eclipse.
All right, thanks, Emily. And if you aren't here now, we'll be out here until 4 p.m. I'm going to toss back to Emily and Jennifer and Matt.
All right, yeah, thank you, Jamie. The wind is really picking up here, Matt. It feels great.
Right.
The weather is perfect with the nice little breeze.
It's just hard when you're trying to keep things on the desks
right.
that are made out of paper. You know what? My sister and brother-in-law live in North Central Texas. Just sent me a picture of the totality there. It's moving into the Dallas area, so it's progressing on through the South Central United States. You can see in the bottom left-hand side of your screen that sliver of the sun becoming increasingly covered up by the moon. So we're just a little under 20 minutes away now from totality here.
The excitement here at French Lick Resort is picking up. I met a young man who said, hey, you have to give a shout out to my mom. She turned 96 in January. Wasn't able to leave her home in Lebanon, Kentucky. So we want to give a shout out to Betty Southall, who is watching WLKY from home, enjoying it. So hi, Betty. Happy belated birthday. Hi to everybody who's watching us from home. We do have quite the party going on. I don't know if you can hear it, but we have some music and live DJ happening. We have some cornhole, some face painting. Kids are enjoying the bounce house, and a lot of folks enjoying this partial solar eclipse we have going on at this moment now.
There have been people who were kind of scouting out their spot and putting chairs out a little before 9 o'clock this morning. So there's a lot of anticipation for those that especially who have come from all over the country and really the continent. You know, we've met some people from Canada as well. We are also not just here on the ground in French Lick. We are high above with the WLKY News Chopper. It's been giving us beautiful images of what has turned out to be just a spectacular day.
Hey, Bill, what's it look like from where you are?
Jennifer and Matt, we're just about 7 miles east of where you all are over there in French Lick. We're actually over in Paoli here. This is the ski resort here that, of course, this time of year is shut down. But you can see all the folks on their blankets here on the grass, looking up towards the sun for the eclipse. Tell you what's really strange that we've noticed here in the helicopter. We've got Scott Eckhart running the camera in the back here, is the hue or the color out right now is starting to get a little bit darker and darker as that moon starts to cover up more of the sun. It's kind of as I said last time we had one of these, it just gets kind of eerie out here. It's really a strange sensation. Back to you guys.
Yeah, you can kind of feel the difference. You're starting to feel it and see it a little bit more, Matt.
A little bit too with that wind as the temperatures are going to cool. It'll pick up a little bit for that time. During the 2017 eclipse, we had about a 5-degree drop, from, that was much hotter in the 90s that day. That was an August day in 2017. But I think we'll feel something similar. And like Chopper Bill said, already kind of starting to feel some dimming effects here.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Hey, stay with us. We're going to be right back. You're looking at a live look from Holiday World and the crowds who are building right there. We'll be right back after this break.
Welcome back to our special coverage of the 2024 solar eclipse.
We have crews stationed across southern Indiana. This includes Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana. This is a live look now from the theme park where an eclipse watching party is underway. Santa Claus is in the path of totality along with French Lick and Scottsburg.
That's where we find Chief Meteorologist Jay Cardosi. Jay, they say during totality things can become strange. The wind picks up. Animals start acting strange, street lights come on, half the people that see it even cry. What kind of strange activity will we see from you?
Well, you know what? Matt hit it. He hit it on the head. Usually you'll see a temperature drop as well, anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees. Mark, my photojournalist, already talked about these, like, hey, getting a little bit cool out here. Vicki, as you mentioned, the wind has picked up just a little bit. And you know what? Even though it's still bright, there's an eerie kind of shading going on right now. As I gaze up there at the sun, no doubt we're 3/4 partial eclipse right now. Totality here in Scottsburg about 15 minutes away. But even though it's a little bit darker out here and cooler, you look at the shadows and they're still sharp as can be. It is really, really wild. So really looking forward as to what the next 15 minutes is going to bring. I've never been in a total solar eclipse, so this is the first one for me. Audrey from Clarksville, right?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
is this your
good.
first one as well?
Yes.
Tell me, what are you enjoying the most so far?
The kids.
The kids.
Excitement.
What do they think about it? What have they said to you?
It looks like cheese.
It looks like cheese.
Yeah.
a bite out of it.
Right? Yeah. So what are you guys expecting in the next 15 minutes when we go to totality? What do you think?
Say complete darkness. Yeah. You're excited.
It is exciting. You know, you look around here in Scottsburg, this big green space here. I mean, we're loaded with people right now. They're all having a great time. Everybody gearing up for the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. We have vendors on each side of the Mid-America Science Park here. So we're just kind of in a wait and watch mode right now. But it is a ton of fun, a lot of anticipation. The weather could not be better. We have a couple of puffy cumulus clouds that come in between us, our viewing, and the sun every so often. Hopefully those will stay away over the next 10 to 15 minutes. But overall, yes, the weather has cooperated. And not only here, we've got crews stationed all across southern Indiana, even the metro as well. Viewing parties are going on. One of those viewing parties, Santa Claus, Indiana right now, or Holiday World actually, and that's where our very own Mark is located. Mark, what do you got going on out there?
Hey guys, we are out in the parking lot. They've got music, they've got food trucks, and row after row after row of people just enjoying the eclipse. You can see behind me, so these guys over here earlier had their cameras out trying to get some shots. I guess they've taken a break now. But I want to introduce you to some folks that I met from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is Bill and Debbie Hackman. And Debbie, you were telling me about how you guys settled on Holiday World of all places. Tell me that story.
Well, we were supposed to go to Texas. We had reservations to take our RV for a year, but the weather got really iffy, so we decided that we didn't want to risk that. So we got on Google and we looked for places to come, and I found out Holiday World was doing it in Santa Claus, and we drove up 3 hours this morning, and it's been a great experience.
That's awesome. I'm glad that worked out for you. Was this the first time you've ever seen an eclipse or ever driven somewhere?
2017. We've been dreaming about this since.
I love that. Very cool. Well, we have met so many people from all over, people from Wisconsin, people from Indiana, Illinois. Everybody's come out here to Holiday World. It's been a great place to watch it. Matt, Jennifer, I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of fun there. I was calling that eclipse tailgating there where Mark is.
I mean,
it's like a good time.
What's wrong with that, right? It's fun in football season, fun when there's eclipses too, right? You know, it's getting dimmer and dimmer. We can really tell now. In the next few minutes, we're going to be talking about seeing some really cool effects in totality. That includes something called Bailey's beads, the diamond ring. It is the play on the light that the peaks and valleys with the moon as it's passing over the sun. You can still see some areas are going to be dark, and there'll still be some brighter prominences too from the sun, because compared to this time 7 years ago, the sun was in the solar minimum, so there's more activity on the sun. We could see some prominences around the sun's corona as this comes over and we go into totality. So these are some of the effects that if you're not in the path of totality, you're not going to see. So that's why we're here to bring it to you.
If you're inside and you're watching this from the comfort of your living room, it's starting to feel different. It's a weird feeling. I don't even know how to describe it. The temperature's dropped, and it's starting to get in that cool kind of sweet spot of the eclipse where everyone's kind of looking at each other. Is this normal? What's happening? But I've noticed a lot of people are standing up here from French Lick Resort. We have probably a few thousand people from throughout the campus here. Some folks are behind us. Fewer people on the porch there, the nice little porch, some rocking chairs. Everybody's kind of found their spot, having a good time. We have live music going on. Officials say folks from 30 different states have picked the French Lick Resort as the place that they want to be for the 2024 eclipse, which speaks volumes, I think, for French Lick as a city. It's so welcoming. They've really rolled out the welcome mat for everybody who's here, providing a good time. Starting yesterday, really, there was live music, something for the kids, everybody. I met a wonderful family from Mount Washington who brought their children up here, said it wasn't a very long drive. They wanted their kids to experience it. They were wearing the shirts. Just kind of a teaching moment during spring break for them.
Yeah, you're right. They really did. They rolled out the red carpet for us. It's been a great experience for everyone. I've seen no one having a bad time.
No, everybody's smiling, having a great, even the animals are having a good time.
Let's face it, sometimes, you know, on family vacation, there can be some kicking, some screaming, and some tantrums. And I haven't seen a one yet. And we've been out here since 4:30 in the morning.
Yep, we're all having a great time. Hey, we want to go to Madison, who is standing by at the Pete Dye Golf Course here in French Lick. Madison, I think you might have the perfect spot there.
Guys, I think I might be biased in saying this, but I really do think we have maybe the best view, because if you take a look at this, I mean, just look, nothing is in the way. Some of the trees are in the background, but for the most part, it's unobstructed. We're high up on the hill, and so we have really the perfect view of this eclipse, and you can see a lot of people here are lined up along the greens to watch themselves. About 500 people were expected to be here today, and we see probably most of those people showed up just by the looks of what we're seeing here. And you can see some families, they're looking out, they got their glasses on. And one thing I want to notice, it is way dimmer here now. It's like somebody took, a dimmer and just slowly it's dimming more and more. And I feel the change in temperature too. That's what I feel right now. It's definitely gotten a little cooler. And John over here, he has these cool astronomical binoculars. So John, what are you able to see with these?
Been able to track the moon and the sun as they overlap. And with the solar covers, it's safe to watch. So started early on. I could watch the sunspots and see the full sun. And then as the eclipse started, track it. Now it's getting to the point it's hard to even see the sun because it's pretty much gone.
Yes, I was looking through my little eclipse glasses here, and it looks like it's almost now fully covered. Yeah. Is that what you're seeing in those binoculars there?
I kind of gone to the glasses just to go for the experience right now.
Right, you want to be in the moment for something like this. Is this your first eclipse in full totality like this?
Full totality. Last one we were at like 97%.
Okay, so it's a way different experience.
Day for it.
It is a perfect day for it. I mean, we were just talking about that, Matt and Jennifer, how it's such a nice, beautiful sunny day. It's been perfect temperature. And right now, I feel it cooling down, guys. So as we get closer and closer to that full totality, and we know it's only going to get a little bit cooler and a little bit darker out there. So I'm going to put these eclipse glasses on and see if we can catch a glimpse too, because it is pretty cool out here, guys. But Matt and Jennifer, sending it back to you. Is it getting darker where you are? Because it's definitely dimmer now where we are on top of the hill here at Pete Dye.
Yeah, it was noticeable for sure. Thank you, Madison. Hey, we don't want to let you forget that there's several cities here, totalities coming up in the next few minutes. Bedford, 304, Brownstown, 305, where we are in French Lick, Matt, about 304, Jasper, 303. Lots of great spots around southern Indiana and Louisville, for that matter, where you're going to see a great view of the eclipse.
Louisville's going to get covered up about a little over 99%. You're not going to see the totality effects, but you are going to notice, and probably are right now, the dimming, the cooling, a little bit of a breeze picking up. We've been talking about this for years, and and especially the last couple of months, right? And we were talking earlier, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. Well,
it is.
Well, we're here now, and so looking real forward to it. And I mean, it just went another level here recently.
I know.
Here.
We have about a few minutes. 304. About
a little after. I think it's 3:04 and 35 seconds to be, according to NASA anyway.
And then it lasts about 3 minutes, 43 seconds, 3 minutes from French Lick, 8 seconds or so. So a little over 3 minutes, you'll be able to enjoy it.
Right. And regardless of if you're in totality for a little under a minute, like in Scottsburg, or just northwest of here, where it's even above 4 minutes in a few spots, the effects are amazing. It's something to just get ready to enjoy over the next couple of minutes, because for many, you may not get a chance to see it again
for a very long time.
Yeah, unless you plan on traveling and doing some eclipse chasing, I guess, across the world. We have one who's been chasing the eclipse. It's our chief meteorologist, Jay Cardosi. He's over in Scott County in Scottsburg. Jay, are you right on the square?
No, actually, I'm at Mid-America Science Park, so I'm in a huge green space right now, Matt. A lot of people out here, and look at that view from my camera. Is that a beautiful or what? I mean, we are almost there, gang. We have a sliver left of the sunshine. Matt, as you were talking about earlier, I can't wait, because you know what? Here's the deal. The clouds, they've departed. I have no clouds around us right now, especially where the sun is, of course. The high clouds have also departed. The viewing is absolutely spectacular here at Mid-America Science Park in the Scottsburg area. As you guys talked about, the temperatures had dropped off. It is an eerie feeling. It really is. Everything's just kind of dark, but the shadows are still so sharp on the ground. Really, really something to see, no question about it. And yeah, Matt, I'm anxious to see Bailey's beads and the diamond ring, because the way it looks right now, we're going to have a great opportunity to do exactly that with no clouds in the sky where the sun is located at this point in the game. It's fantastic. Let's send it back to you.
And thank you, Jay. NASA is actually using this time, Matt, to perform. The lights just came on here at French Lick. You can't see it, but they just came on. They're automatic for when it gets to a certain darkness. But so NASA is using this time, Matt, to perform some research projects, including using different instruments, different cameras on board, a high altitude plane. They're going to be up about 50,000 feet above the Earth's surface, doing some research there, even with some ham radios. And some citizen scientists they're using, also measuring solar radiation effects on Earth's upper atmosphere. So NASA's really using this time to do a lot of research and take advantage of it.
Jennifer, it's a great opportunity to study the sun's corona here, because oftentimes you don't get to see it like this with the moon blocking it out, and you get to see the solar prominences and all the effects that totality brings with it. So yeah, it's a rare opportunity. Even for someone like NASA, who goes around and can go across the entire Earth and follow eclipses all the time when they're around. But this go around, we are getting close, y'all, to totality. We are just about there.
It is 3:04, Matt. So right now it is eerily dark here. Folks are cheering. A lot of crowd here. Folks starting to stand up. I don't know if you can hear that. People are extremely excited. It's the moment, Matt, we've been waiting years for here.
This is the diamond ring effect that we're seeing right now. We're into the Bailey's beads and totality. It's amazing.
I have to step out here and take a look. So cool.
Jennifer and everyone,
look at that.
If you are watching, there is a star kind of to the bottom right of the sun. That is the planet Venus here in the mid-afternoon sky over French Lick, Indiana.
Matt, I've seen a few eclipses. There is nothing that compares to this right now. This is so incredibly interesting and cool.
We get 2 minutes and 59 seconds of totality. It almost looks like a sunset.
It does. It looks like dusk.
Yeah, on the south and eastern sky.
All of the city lights are on right now here in French Lick, Indiana, in Orange County. So it definitely looks like it's about 9 o'clock at night. That is so incredible, Matt.
On the bottom of this image, what you're seeing now is the sun's corona around the shadow of the moon. And we're at a solar maximum right now. It's an 11-year solar cycle. And this is a solar maximum that'll show you a little more activity than what it was 7 years ago. And from time to time, you'll see areas of light, the peaks and valleys of the moon. It's not perfectly round, so you'll see some areas a little brighter than others as we come back out of totality and eventually back to a partial eclipse in the next few minutes.
In Salem, Indiana, you're going to reach totality around 3:06. Scottsburg, it's going to hit around 3:07:07. Seymour around 3:06. So we're getting there right about now for Salem and Seymour. Scottsburg, you're up next at 3:07. Scottsburg, it's going to last a little less than a minute for you. Salem, it's going to be about almost 2 minutes. And Seymour, 3 minutes, excuse me. Seymour is going to be about 3 minutes and 7 seconds for you. So enjoy it. It is short-lived, Matt. I feel like it's a little unfair because we wait, and then it's only a couple of minutes, but it is spectacular.
Someone who has 59 seconds of totality is Jay Cardosi in Scottsburg. Jay, what are you seeing?
Diamond ring is gone. We are there, guys. We got the diamond ring effect right now. You see the corona. Oh, it is just a beautiful sight. It feels like 9 o'clock at night, as Jennifer alluded to. The street lights have come on. It is Absolutely wonderful, absolutely beautiful. Of course, totality here is going to last probably for the next 40 seconds. We're expecting less than a minute totality, then we'll be coming out of it. But the folks down here, as we got that diamond ring effect, the crowd went nuts. You could hear cheers from all directions here at Mid-America Science Park in the Scottsburg area. And again, Matt, as you were talking about, the Corona is absolutely spectacular. And yes, the nighttime stars, they have come out all of a sudden as it looks like the sun has gone down. And the diamond ring is coming back. Here comes the diamond ring, as you can see. So we are getting out of totality. We're getting on the other side, guys. Just phenomenal, spectacular.
Yeah, it's suddenly getting brighter now. We're kind of entering that post-eclipse here. We're going to have a little bit of partial totality, correct, Matt?
Yeah, we go all the way until, I believe, close to 4 o'clock, that we'll still be able to see the moon's shadow over the disk of the sun. So you can still take a look with your eclipse glasses throughout the better part of the, over the next hour or so. It is amazing how quickly it gets brighter.
Right. And I noticed, well, Dave and I, Dave behind the camera, noticed we did have some bees and some butterflies that were flying around. Nothing during the eclipse.
Yep.
They just disappeared, which was very strange.
I mean, just like we're observing, some strange things happening in our day-to-day, you can hear the applause, too.
I noticed a few dogs, Matt, that took a seat and started to lay down too. Like, hey, it's nap time or it's sleep time. It's nighttime. So they're a little confused as well. But overall, what an experience for everybody. You're watching at home. Here, amazing.
Our Madison Elliott's at the Pete Dye Golf Course, just a little bit ways down the road. Madison, everyone's cheering, having a great time. What are you seeing over there?
Well, we're hearing a lot of the same things, Matt. People started cheering when we went into full totality, and now as we're coming out of that, people cheered again. I was talking to one woman, and she kind of almost had tears coming down her face, and she just talked about how amazing it was to see this. She had her year-old daughter with her, saying this is her first ever one, and what an amazing thing to experience. And people here now still kind of looking up. It's getting lighter out now, still a little cool, but it's like that dimmer is now kind of going back up, where it's getting slowly brighter and brighter, but you can see right now what it still looks like through our camera, and it's just an incredible thing. And again, people were clapping all around us, saying just in awe, not even saying anything, just going wow, like oohs and ahs because of the incredible sight. Some people saying it just makes them realize how, small we really are in such a big universe, to see something so incredible like this. And again, just an amazing sight. People now, some still have their eclipse glasses on and are looking out, but yeah, Matt, Jennifer, such an incredible sight here from the top of the Pete Dye Golf Course. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Matt, the lights just went off here in French Lick, so everything's kind of returning to normal. I also noticed that the wind went away.
Yeah, temperatures are going to start heading back up, right? We'll get a little bit of a breeze with that difference, but you're right. We're now checking out Oxford, Ohio, because this eclipse is moving quickly north and east across the continental United States, and so you can see totality there on the right-hand side of your screen, Jennifer. So this has moved, clear from northern and western portions of Mexico through the United States, and now moving into Ohio.
Yeah, lots of folks who have driven taken airplanes just to experience this here in Indiana. I've met folks from California, from Michigan. What an experience for them that this was, and something we'll never forget. Even the children. I'm excited most, I think, for the children who got to experience something where their teachers tell them all year this is what's going to happen, and they actually get to experience it.
You know what I think is great, too? Having 3 minutes in today's world where you just kind of stop,
chill,
look at the sky, and enjoy, Mother Nature and everything going on around us. And it's for me, I think it's really been great. This is the second one I've gotten to see, and it never fails.
I have to say this one was more pleasant, though, because in August 21st, 2017, we were all sweating. And now April 8th, 2024.
Yeah.
Probably ideal conditions. Hey, we want to check back in with Jay Cardosi, who is standing by in Scottsburg. Hey, Jay.
Hi, guys. Yeah, welcome back to Scottsburg. The Mid-America Science Park. I mean, folks are already getting up and heading out, but what a show. I've got two young ladies right here next to me from Madison, right? Madison, Indiana. Your name?
Leanne Roberts.
And?
Judy Couch.
And what did you guys think? Was that the most spectacular
That was incredible, incredible. I saw it in 2017 was the last one. I watched from home, but this was worth the drive from Madison to Scottsburg to watch because it was beautiful.
It was fantastic. All right, and what was your favorite part? What is something that you're going to remember always about this one?
The atmosphere of the air and the light around us.
Yeah, that corona right around that. That was amazing.
It was amazing. And actually, I drove up from Hazard, Kentucky to see this.
Did you really?
Yeah, I came yesterday.
Okay, well, that was smart. And when are you heading home?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That's probably smart, too, because the roadways are...
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, ladies, thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with us today. Just a wonderful show here in Scottsburg. Totality didn't last long, about a minute, but it was well worth it. It was a minute that is just priceless, no question about it. And it looks like as we move forward, things are going to be clear. The sun is breaking through once again. It's getting bright, a lot of bright shadows, so we are pretty much getting on the other side of the event. I believe I'm tossing to Vicki, is that right?
Vicki and Rick, yes, you're right, Jay.
We are here.
Vicki and Rick. Okay, guys.
We ran out into
having
the
a hard
parking
time
lot to
hearing
look at
down
what
it.
it looked
So
like
much
here.
excitement, guys. Let's go over to you.
Oh, it was so nice.
unbelievable,
And
yes.
we have a rooster around the neighborhood here, around the
crowing.
station. He's out there just crowing away during the totality.
This has been an exciting experience,
Yeah.
right?
Our coverage of the Great Eclipse continues after the break. Partial totality is underway in our southern Indiana communities. WLKY News Chopper is giving us this view right now of the Paoli, Indiana area, one of the communities that experienced eclipse totality. We'll talk to Chopper pilot Bill DeReamer about his experience so far.
And this is a live look from Santa Claus, Indiana, where an eclipse watching event is happening at Holiday World. We'll check in with WLKY's Mark Vanderhoff and have reaction as our special coverage continues right after this break. Good afternoon again, and welcome back to our live special coverage of the Great Eclipse, where a swath of southern Indiana experienced totality just a few minutes ago. Right now, you're looking at a live scene, a picture from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, where totality is just beginning to happen there.
It's been an exciting day for us. Scottsburg, French Lick, Indiana also experienced totality. Our crews have been giving us all the sights and sounds of this great eclipse. Let's send it back out to Jennifer Bayless and Matt Milosevic. They're live in French Lick at the resort there. Hey, guys.
It's been pretty perfect here in French Lick at the resort. Folks are starting to pack up a little bit. Some people are hanging around, enjoying themselves. We still have a little bit of partial totality left.
And that's going to go for about the next, 45 minutes or so into the 4 o'clock hour. You'll be able to use your eclipse glasses and see that little sliver of the shadow of the moon over the sun. So it's definitely cool to take in. And, I mean, is it one of the best days we've had so far this spring?
A gentleman just stopped by and said, hey, thanks, great job with the weather, Matt. So that's got to feel good, right? No pressure.
It's nice when you get the wins.
Right.
All right.
We'll take it.
We also know how nasty the weather was last week.
Right.
And so, really happy that today was as nice as it has been. Our own Alexis Matthews also has been in Scottsburg. Also, that's where Jay Cardosi has been as well. But Alexis, to get a little bit of a different view, what's going on there in Scott County, Alexis?
Well, we are on the other side of the darkness, but to say that total eclipse was very cool would be an understatement. And people are packing up a little bit, but some little ones who are still here. This is meteorologist Mo Rose kids and her husband. Y'all want to give the camera a little bit of a wave? And I just want to get reaction. We have some people who travel from Jeffersonville, a little bit of our neck of the woods. We have Faith and Brandon. What was your reaction when you saw it?
I mean, we were just so excited that we were able to see it. It's not going to be happening again for 20 more years, so it's really cool.
Brandon, how was it for you?
It was phenomenal. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. I was amazed. It was crazy.
Now, the next one won't be for the next 2 decades, so are you happy that you were able to experience it now?
Yes,
oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was phenomenal.
Yeah, again, to say that was an understatement. Here in Scottsburg, I just had the total eclipse happen a few minutes ago, and everyone is just really excited. That's really been the tone out here. The weather has been beautiful. The sun is back out for us, and so we're just going to continue to enjoy the day. And I'm excited to hear how Jamie, who was at Waterfront Park in Louisville, people out there are reacting to this total eclipse. So I'll go ahead and send it to her. Jamie?
I like how the eclipse was it was shaped like the moon.
Okay, all right, awesome. And what did you do out here today?
I ate some stuff and I get to play.
All right, so you're looking at a live look at what is left of the total solar eclipse here from French Lick, Indiana. We're in front of the French Lick Resort and Casino, which I would say is a great spot for all of this to spend an afternoon, but especially the eclipse afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it being a better day, especially from, walking back to the hotel after dinner last night. It was in the rain.
It was.
This morning when we started our morning broadcast at 4:30, it was foggy, drizzly, damp, and we knew it's one of those things where you look ahead in the forecast and you expect certain things to happen, but when you're stuck in conditions that would have been quite honestly terrible for viewing, you're just happy when it shows. When the forecast ends up being correct. Yes, let's just put it that way. It's a nice win when you've got tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people waiting on the weather.
Well, we had, even a few weeks ago, I remember Jay saying it might be iffy that day.
It was close.
We do have a few clouds, but, I mean, it was perfect viewing here from French Lick. You have family in Texas who are enjoying it, right?
Yeah, my sister's between Dallas and Austin and saw totality there. She sent me pictures just a couple of minutes before we had it. So it's been a great show across the United States.
All right, we are going to show you here a picture in Pittsburgh. Is that correct?
I believe so, yeah. Is it Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. This is a look at the eclipse from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. What are we looking at here, Matt?
Looks like they're getting ready to go into totality in just a minute or so. We'll pick it back up, too. Take a look at the eclipse across the U.S. and back here at home when we come back. Stay with us.
We are live here from the French Lick Resort in French Lick, Orange County, Indiana. Matt, we were talking about folks are here from all over the country, 30 states. 33% of visitors staying here at the resort from Kentucky.
Okay.
So Kentucky is representing here in French Lick, Indiana.
Made the little John North, and it makes a big difference between being in that totality 100% zone and even 99.7 like the Metro was. You get into some different effects that we didn't get to see in Louisville that you did up here. So I'm glad those folks made that trip. It's definitely, I think, is completely worth it.
Yeah, it was such an experience here. It's hard to describe the experience when we were in totality. Things were quiet eerily. Then people started cheering. The bees and the bugs and the birds were all gone. It was strange, but exciting.
I mean, do we take the sun and the moon and the earth sometimes for granted? I mean, it's here all the time, right? And we expect the sunrise and the sunset and the seasons and all that stuff. And, and I think when you see them all line up and do some things that, are fairly rare occurrences, right? Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. It was fun to watch.
Pretty neat. And they're going to continue to party here, and we're going to continue to have a good time. We are going to go back to the studio there with Rick and Vicki. Hey, guys.
All right. Thanks, Matt and Jennifer. Hey, Vicki, we can put these away. For 149 years, I'll be 211. I hope I remember where I put them when I need them again.
There you go. We want to remind people when you're leaving your destinations now, the last time we had a total solar eclipse in 2017, there was 31% increase in fatal traffic accidents. So this is no joke, folks. Be careful driving home now.
Take your time, soak it on in. And as we wrap up our special coverage of the great eclipse, we want to say thank you to you for joining us this afternoon.
We are looking at a live picture there. We have had a great time here covering the eclipse. It's been quite a scene out there, Rick. Everybody in the station has been out in the parking lot watching. We leave you now with a last look at some of the communities that experienced totality today, including French Lick in Orange County, Scottsburg in Scott County, Santa Claus in Spencer County, Paoli in Orange County. Now the trek back home is underway. Join us tonight at 5.
Be safe, everybody. This is a look from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, as the total solar eclipse continues across the United States.